In the world of professional tennis, even the brightest stars occasionally find themselves in the trenches, fighting not just their opponents, but also their own doubts. That's exactly what unfolded at the US Open this weekend, as Jannik and Iga Swiatek showcased resilience under pressure to claw their way into the last 16. But here's where it gets controversial. While their victories were celebrated, both matches highlighted moments of vulnerability that some might argue are signs of weakness rather than strength. Does this make them more relatable or less intimidating? Let's dive deeper. Swiatek, the reigning Wimbledon champion, epitomized the spirit of perseverance when she overcame a daunting deficit against Anna Kalinskaya. Down 5-1 in the first set, the Polish star refused to let panic take hold, instead methodically working her way back into the contest. Her eventual 7-6-2, 6-4 triumph wasn't pretty, it was gritty. With 9 service breaks and a whopping 67 unforced errors between the two players, this match wasn't about flawless execution. It was about sheer willpower. "I'm happy that I came back and kept figuring out and problem-solving," Swiatek said afterward. For sure it wasn't an easy match. What makes Swiatek's performance particularly fascinating is how she managed to steady herself during critical junctures, saving 4 set points in the opening frame and breaking late in the second, demonstrated mental toughness, a quality every aspiring player should strive to emulate. At one point, trailing 5-1, many would have assumed the match was slipping away. Yet Swiatek remained composed, avoiding self-doubt and focusing on solutions. "You need to have your mind open enough to think about what you can do," she reflected. This mindset may very well be the secret sauce behind her success. Next up for Swiatek, a challenging encounter with Ekaterina Alexandrova, the 13th seed. If the upcoming clash is anything like her previous battle, fans are in for a treat. On the men's side, Jannik delivered a similarly inspiring comeback story. The Italian world #1 fell behind early against Denis Shapovalov, dropping the first set 5-7. However, true to form, Sinner dug deep and turned the tide, prevailing 6-4, 6-3, 6-3 in the subsequent sets. His hardcourt dominance now stands at an impressive 24 consecutive wins in Grand Slam tournaments, an achievement rooted in adaptability and mental fortitude. "I'm not a machine, you know. I also struggle sometimes," Sinner admitted candidly. "Every match is so difficult. Every challenge is so difficult." This humility from someone at the top of his game is refreshing. It reminds us that even elite athletes face hurdles, and overcoming them requires grit as much as skill. Sinner's ability to stay mentally present despite Shapovalov's relentless attacks speaks volumes about his competitive spirit. "There are players who have more qualities or potential, and he's one of them," Sinner noted. "I just tried to stay there mentally." But not everyone had a victorious Saturday. World #3 Alexander Zverev experienced yet another frustrating chapter in his quest for a maiden Grand Slam title. Facing Felix Auger-Aliassime, Zverev squandered a lead and ultimately succumbed 4-6, 7-6, 7, 6-4, 6-4. As the match slipped through his fingers, Zverev's frustration boiled over, culminating in a racket-smashing outburst. It begs the question, is Zverev's inability to maintain composure costing him glory? Or is he simply unlucky? Meanwhile, all eyes are now on the women's draw, where Naomi Osaka and Coco Gauff are set to collide in the 4th round. Their impending showdown promises drama, nostalgia, and high stakes. In 2019, Osaka defeated a teenage Gauff in straight sets, then famously consoled her young rival in front of a captivated audience. Fast forward 6 years and Gauff has grown into a formidable force. It would be a cool kind of deja vu type of situation, but hopefully it will be a different result, Gauff quipped ahead of their rematch. Even the doubles courts provided thrilling narratives, with Venus Williams proving age is no barrier to excellence. Partnering with Leylah Fernandez, the 45-year-old legend secured a commanding 7-6-1 win in her debut tournament with the Canadian star. Elsewhere, Andrey Rublev ended Hong Kong qualifier Coleman Wong's dream run in 5 grueling sets, underscoring the fine line between triumph and heartbreak in sports. As the second week of the US Open unfolds, These stories remind us why we love tennis. It's unpredictable, emotional, and endlessly captivating. So what did you think of Sinner and Swiatek's comebacks? Do you believe Zverev's temper is holding him back? Sound off in the comments, we'd love to hear your thoughts.